Hey everyone, we're live here with Jonathan. Here we are.
Wow, it's so nice again to do something for everybody. Here's Vadim, and he is
Hi, Vadim.
such great thick hair. He's got the dream hair. Every guy's starting to now look at growing the hair and look at how long his hair is. Vadim's a professional. He works in the music entertainment industry. So he has hair that's for rock and roll, and then he has hair that really cleans up neatly, but really good, strong, healthy hair. We cut it once in a while, and when we do, it's just to tighten up some of the ends. You can see the thickness of his hair, the strength of his hair, and you look at the tips, you can really start to see how it does come to one little tiny tip. I have another customer, Ashley, and I'm going to show you a whole different haircut with her in which we are able to maintain length. We're able to avoid a term that I call cutting sharp. Now, people with curly hair, when you hear the word cutting sharp, can really relate, because whenever you get a haircut and it's not tight, it's really not perfect, you go through a period of about 3 months where you don't really love your hair, and then as it starts to grow, you start to like it more and you can manage it more. So I call that period cutting sharp. So that's what I do with the deal. I avoid cutting sharp. I leave it long. He loves it long, and he wears it to slick it back. He wears it really tight. So in doing so,
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. So Vadim, typically, do you wear your hair back into a ponytail, or you wear it long and loose for work? What do you usually do?
Usually I wear it back in a ponytail. Sometimes I'll let it out.
Okay.
Rarely, but sometimes I do.
All
so
right.
basically that's exactly where I was going.
Oh, okay.
What we do is we give him two alternatives. So
Yep.
when he comes where it's slick and back,
Mhm.
he likes to be neat and tidy.
Yeah.
So the hairline is the part that interferes with this neatness and tidiness. So I go around and clean this part up. So when he does wear it tight and slicked, he uses lots of CurlKeeper because he loves 100% frizz control. So he's got great hair. I've seen it wear it down, and he plays drums and the hair flies. He's a really, really good drummer. And it's part of his image. It's part of his look. He's
Right.
a very, very cool guy. He's got great hair. And why not? If you got it, enjoy it.
Absolutely.
So that's what I do first with Vadim. I go through the perimeter and I keep it nice and tight and clean. And then I go through the whole haircut. I don't do layers on his hair because it's not needed. When you do layering for hair, it's almost what is the point? And when you layer your hair, it's for lots of volume and lots of movement, which is not necessary for Vadim. So I don't necessarily do the typical blunt haircut where you comb it down with zero graduation. So you can see the part that's starting to really need it as far as length goes. But we can also lift it up and do some graduation and just see what really needs for some of these ends. And you can see that. That's how we termed it the eyelash cut. So I'm not here to teach people how to cut hair, but I'm telling you that there are lots of options. You can have long hair, and you can go for maintenance. You can keep the ends tighter, and that will encourage the look and feel of longer hair without these tangles that come on the very ends. In the curly hair world, you will notice when you need the ends done, and you've got this perfect spiral, and as it gets towards the ends, because it gets weaker, the curls start to tighten up, and that's when all the tangles and the knots occur. So that's what we want to maintain to keep it long and healthy.
Great.
All right.
Awesome. Vadim, you want to give a shout out to your band while you're here?
Oh, I play in many different bands. I do many different things right now. There's not something specific I'm going to give a shout out to.
Okay.
But I love my hair, and Jonathan's been taking care of it for many years.
Love it.
He does all the sound for all these other bands, the lighting, the staging.
Incredible.
He's got a great talent and
Love that.
very successful at it.
Excellent.
Okay. We started just keeping it healthy, keeping it strong. I do have clippers that I'll keep this part very, very tidy, very neat. So the top can be all chaotic, but the perimeter will be very nice, neat and tidy.
And do you have any women that come in that like that same sort of undercut look?
You know, not really, because they are wearing it up. It is a look, the undercut, but there's other techniques that we can do if people want to remove bulk. A lot
Right.
of people that wear the undercut, it is a new trend, and it's a trend that I think developed through a bit of a necessity where people did not know how to control bulk, so they found it would be easier if they just shave it. The maintenance is high, and with curly hair, if you shave it when it starts to grow out, it looks kind of like a bit of a pom-pom, so the little curls. So there's lots of other techniques we have if it's about bulk removal. If it's about fashion and style, which is a different thing, because the undercut has evolved into that, then a certain section is removed and there's a lot of details. You can do like little designs in there. It's very safe, it's very short term, and it is fun. It's not very popular. A lot of the young kids are doing it, but it's not something that we do a lot of.
If you're just joining us now, we're here at the Curly Hair Institute in Toronto with Jonathan Torch, and we're watching him do a haircut on Vadim. So often, you know, we don't even think about the fact that there are lots of those guys out there who wear their hair long, and just wondering, is there a different way that Jonathan would cut their hair and style their hair? So we're figuring that out right now with Jonathan, watching him as he cuts Vadim's hair.
What I've been noticing a lot is that guys are starting to really get away from the fade, get away from those short buzz cuts. When you watch all of our amazing sports stars, superstars, I really do like the way that they're almost branding themselves with uniqueness. They want to be recognized. They want something different. And I'm starting to see the baseball players and the basketball players and even some of the hockey players are starting to wear their hair longer, a little more funkier. They're playing with hair color. You know, they really are actually probably one of the most aggressive metamorphosis going on in the beauty industry is in the men's market. For the longest time, the fades and the barbering techniques have been the go-to for men, but I definitely have seen a switch, a trend, and I like it. I think it's fun. It's great for guys to now venture out and be different, not always looking the same. The men's world has always been dominated by the military, and the military is definitely trying to get everybody looking the same. So I'm pleased to see the change happening. It's not everywhere, but it's definitely having an impact in today's fashion trends. Just keeping it nice and neat, as tidy as possible. This area is the first area to grow out. So what we do is probably do a lot of these perimeter trims on the beam.
Yeah, how frequently do you do those perimeter trims?
On the beam, I do it quite frequently. I do it every about 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Just to keep it neat and tidy, because with curly hair, as soon as things start to grow, you start to see little wings pop up. So I like to keep it neat and short, kind of straight when it's this short, and it's a very easy, quick cut. It doesn't take long. It comes in 2 seconds later, it's done.
Great.
Yeah, I feel like it's too long at the, right? Yeah.
Very strong,
Yeah.
healthy hair. This hair holds on to water, so it doesn't need as much moisturizing, even though he really is a big fan of the new Rapid Hair Repair. He uses it a lot.
Yeah.
He drowns his hair in it, and I can definitely feel it working all the time. I have absolutely no resistance when I comb his hair with a small tooth comb. There's no tangles. I'm not finding any broken pieces. He maintains his hair, he looks after his hair, uses the best shampoo, and he takes care of it. You don't get hair this long without proper maintenance. The thing that I always repeat myself saying, you don't have to cut your hair to keep it healthy. Really, you cut your hair to keep it maintaining it if you want to grow it and be healthy. But these ends, even though they are desperately in need of a cut, I can guarantee you there's no breakage, there's no split ends. This is very strong hair. It's good hair. It just like requires trimming because as it grows, those ends start to just need to see the weakness. You've got to keep in mind it's very normal for somebody to lose 100 hairs a day, every single day. So because of that, there's 100 new hairs coming in. There's constant new hair growth. So if you're losing 100 hairs every day, you look at the brush and you start to freak out at all the hair in the brush, especially for curly hair because they only come out after you wash your hair. Straight hair, they slip out throughout the day so you don't even notice 100 hairs coming out. But with curly hair, you actually see it when you physically removing it. So that is why the ends start to need trimming because you want to keep the thickness. So you want to keep that there's new hair coming in, the ends start to feel a little bit weaker. When you lose hair, you will notice they're never short. They're always the long ones because they're the oldest of the hair. So the hair phase is roughly about 6 to 7 years. That's the cycle. There's a lot that goes into that, what causes it. One day we'll go into such a detailed video of explaining what to deal with thinning hair and how to encourage and promote hair growth, healthy hair. Look at that, when I took the ends off, you can see the thickness of these ends. That's amazing. I wish everybody could have such good, strong hair. But everybody is different, and there's ways and techniques how to get your hair looking good. Last time I was explaining about massage and scalp manipulation. Everybody that I know has got good, strong, thick hair. Also has lots of movement. When I take the scalp and I move it, you can feel and see how the scalp moves. A lot of people, their scalp tightens up and you can't get any movement to the scalp. So by learning different techniques of scalp manipulation, you will increase blood circulation, scalp elasticity. These are very big contributors of healthy scalp, which will result in healthy hair. I'm squeezing you into a corner.
It's good. I'm great. We're getting some really great angles.
More creative photography.
There you go.
I do enjoy talking to you live, everybody. I love teaching you as you're now in our Curly Hair Institute, which that was the whole point, to teach people how to do their own hair themselves, to show people that there are many successful different techniques because no two people have the same type of curl. So what I do with the team, I will probably not do with a lot of other people. It's not necessary. But there are so many wonderful techniques how we can control all aspects of curly hair.
I have a question for you, Vadim.
Yeah.
Did you always embrace your curly hair?
For many years, yeah. Like for 17, 18 years now, I've had it like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's known for it. That's his image.
I'm sure.
When you see Vadim, you will always see, oh, he's the guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
Always in control.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen his hair out of control. He uses lots of CurlKeeper.
Yeah.
And he's good at it.
I'm great. How are you?
And I think that's important to note, like we did last time also when we had our live with Sandy, was that your hair becomes part of your identity. So when people say, sure, it's just hair, on one hand, okay, but on the other hand, no, it's your identity.
It's your image, it's your identity. Look how long my hair is.
Right.
If I cut my hair, nobody would recognize me.
Well, we haven't had anybody comment yet about how you need a haircut on this one.
Waiting for it.
People love telling people what to do.
I do need it. Okay, we're almost coming to an end. I'm just going to get the clippers and just trim around the perimeter, just making sure that all those tiny little hairs are kept clean and neat. My favorite brush for his hair is the styling brush, and as you can see, the type of grip that I get with no resistance. There's no hair coming out. This brush is really good to get all the hair at the root. I love the flexi brush. It's so good for making the curls and getting the scalp. But in this case, I need a brush that has a better, stronger grip, which is very, very safe for the hair. It's a very flexible brush. The bristles bend. If there is a snag or any resistance, the bristles bend. I'm not a fan of brushes that have very strong bristles. You need bristles to be flexible so you can get the hair to move without worrying about breakage or pulling or elasticity and all sorts of things. Just cleaning up, keeping everything neat and tidy. Okay, that's about it.
All right.
Vadim's haircut.
Thanks, Vadim. Thanks,
Thank
Jonathan.
you. I gotta show you the next thing.
All right.